Do these steps in your 20s and you won't have to worry about stressing about money in your 30s or your 40s or beyond. Peace of mind actually does have a price. Invest as early as you can and invest with whatever amount you can. It's said that benefits can add an extra 30% on top of your pay. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Erin and this is Erin Talks Money. So I recently did a video on the biggest money mistakes that I see people make in their 20s. Well, I thought it would only be fair to do the flip side to that, as in, what are the very best money moves you can make in your 20s? After all, it's not that we just want to sidestep all those financial mistakes. We also want to intentionally and with purpose make very smart money moves that keep us progressing along financially. In your 20s, that's when you kind of become a financial adult, and there's nothing more adult than having good money moves in your life. And just making a few right steps in your 20s can set you up for a lifetime of riches. So without further ado, take one moment and smash that like button, as it really does help out the channel so much. And I'm gonna dive right into what are the 7 best money moves you can make in your 20s to set you up for a lifetime of success. Number 1, learn about money. The very best thing you can do is learn about money. Budgeting, saving, investing, etc. The school systems do not teach us about personal finance and building wealth, and that is a true shame. And many of our parents didn't learn it either, so they don't take the time to teach us either. The best thing you can do is take charge of your own financial life and educate yourself. There are plenty of free resources out there. You can read blog posts written by experts. You can watch YouTube videos for free. I would read like 2 blog posts a week or watch 1 YouTube video on the subject every week. You could do it every Monday and have your very own Money Mondays. You have to take charge of your own situation. You don't have to be obsessive about it and do it every single day, but do it on the regular. And I actually believe that reading is one of the best ways you can educate yourself. There are books out there written by experts, people who have paid off tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt. People who have mastered investing and accumulated wealth of 7 or 8 figures. Use those people as your mentors. Check out their books from the library. It doesn't cost you a dime, but when you read their 200 or 300 pages, you get to see them as your mentor. You get to build on their education. Use books. They are written by the experts, and the wealth of knowledge that they contain can be absolutely invaluable. Books are amazing for educating yourself. I would say read 1 book a month or 1 book every 2 months, and you will progress along nicely. Don't just assume that one day you will have it all figured out. You actually have to put in the work to learn about money yourself. Put in that time. Your future self will thank you for it. Number 2, invest in yourself. Generally speaking, people in their 20s have a lot of freedom and a lot of free time. You don't yet have children, you're not yet married, and you're not tied down to a hefty mortgage. Now is the time to take advantage of your free time. First and foremost, you want to get into a career that has a lot of growth potential. Then you want to work on bettering yourself and making yourself the ideal candidate for those promotions. You're going to want to take on new projects, volunteer to be on committees, get yourself a mentor, take advantage of your free time outside of work, sign up for extra courses and licenses and certifications. You might look to doing some online schooling or some extra college courses. You want to gather those truly marketable skills that make you the ideal candidate for going further in your career. Now, you are going to find that it gets infinitely harder to do all of these extracurriculars outside of work once you have a family, once you have children. Your free time kind of goes up in smoke. So take advantage of it when you are young and when you are unencumbered. Number 3, look for a job with benefits. Benefits matter, and they matter far more than young people may realize. Obviously, when you're looking for a new job, you want the highest hourly pay you can get, or you want the annual salary to be as high as possible. I get that. But when it comes to deciding between 2 jobs, one with benefits but a lower paying position, and a higher paying position without benefits, chances are the one that offers you benefits actually comes with higher compensation than the one without benefits. In fact, it's said that benefits can add an extra 30% on top of your pay. So benefits matter. Now let's break down the value of these benefits, beginning with health insurance, as it is going to be the largest component of your benefits. Most employers will actually cover 100% of their employees' health insurance premium, and many will even cover a significant portion of their dependents. Think if you have a spouse or if you have a child. And the coverage you're going to get through a group, aka a company, is going to be far more comprehensive, meaning it covers more at a lesser cost than if you were to buy this individually in the open marketplace. If you buy insurance as an individual, it can easily be 2 to 3 times more expensive than the comparable group coverage. Now, of course, you could always try going without insurance, but then you run the risk of having very large medical bills, which could easily add up to tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars if you have any major medical expenses coming your way. For an average 20-year-old, the coverage from an insurance plan is going to be about $312 a month. That's an actual cost of about $3,800 for the year. So if you can get this through your employer, you are going to save a lot of money. Next up, we have retirement account match contributions. Many employers will give you free money. They will match your contributions when you put money into their retirement plans. Let's say they do a 5% match. Assuming you have a $50,000 income a year, a 5% match is going to come out to an additional $2,500. If you leave that invested over a period of 20 years at 8% return rate, that could grow to an additional $123,000. That matters. Then we have dental and vision insurance, and that could easily add an extra $3,000 to $8,000 in benefits depending on the comprehensiveness of the coverage. And then we also have paid time off and vacation time. Pretty standard to get about 5 days of sick leave and also 2 weeks of paid vacation. For a person making $50,000 a year, that can easily be an extra $3,000 in benefits and straight up pay for the course of the year. And these are just some of the offered benefits. Other benefits potentially include life insurance, disability insurance, health savings accounts, tuition reimbursement, but you get the point. Benefits add up to several $1,000s. In fact, if you're a person making about $50,000 a year, the value of your extra benefits on top of your salary could easily add up to an extra $15,000. Benefits matter. And benefits also give you peace of mind. So say you're unwell, you have the peace of mind knowing that you can afford to go to the doctor, or that you could simply afford to take a day off work and you don't have to go without pay. That matters. Peace of mind actually does have a price. Number 4 is to tackle any high interest debts you may have. Now I know I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles to building wealth, and chances are in your 20s you probably have some debts, whether that's student loans or credit cards or a car loan. Now, it could be a worthwhile goal to set and say, hey, by the time I'm 30, I want to be completely debt-free. But if that's not your goal, at least set the goal to be totally rid of your high interest debt. Think like credit cards or any loans you may have that are higher than 4%. Now, I know you may not have a ton of free cash floating around in your 20s, but you're in your 20s, you can hustle. And remember, this is one of those rare times in life where you're probably gonna have some free time. Take advantage of that. You can get a second job and take any extra money you get and put that towards paying off your debt and eliminating any of those high interest debts. One of the best things you could do is enter 30s completely debt free. Number 5 is to build up an emergency fund. Emergencies happen. It's a simple fact of life. If your car breaks down unexpectedly, know that the average car repair is anywhere from $500 to $600. Say you unexpectedly have to go to the doctor, that could be an additional $150. Or say your fur baby has to unexpectedly go to the vet, that's another $150. Having an emergency fund matters because that means you don't have to turn to credit cards and start building yourself into a hole of debt. Ideally, you want to work up to having about 3 months worth of living expenses in your emergency fund, but a great starter emergency fund would be about $1,000 because it's going to cover those most common emergencies that do pop up from time to time. So start with 1,000 and then work up from there. Number 6 is to start investing. Time is your best friend when it comes to building wealth. Invest as early as you can and invest with whatever amount you can. If your employer has a retirement plan where they offer a matching contribution, contribute to it up to the match, and then go ahead and open your Roth IRA and contribute to that as much as you can. Max it out if you can. That's $6,000 a year or $500 a month. Getting invested in the stock market is singly one of the best things you can do to build your wealth and create 7 figures long term. Consider this. Investor 1 invests $5,000 every year from the age 25 to 34, then stops investing altogether. Investor 2 doesn't start investing until age 35, putting away that $5,000 every year all the way up to the age of 65. Who ends up with more money at the age of 65? The answer is Investor 1. That's the magic of compounding interest and a long time horizon. Even though Investor 1 put away $50,000 and Investor 2 put away $150,000, Investor 1 still came out ahead. That's the magic of having a long time in the stock market. Get invested early. It is the best thing you can do. And number 7 is to focus on building a great credit score. Having a great credit score will come in handy as you go for a mortgage, a home loan, a car loan, or it can even be potentially viewed by potential employers. So focus on building a great credit score. That's going to mean that you have a couple credit cards with decently high limits, you're paying off all of your bills and you're paying them on time, you're keeping your debt low or you're working on paying off your debt, you're checking your accounts regularly for any suspicious or irregular activity. If you see any irregular activity, make sure you report it to the proper credit reporting agencies. If you have any other concerns about getting an 800 credit score, I have a full video. I will link it down below in the description box so we don't take up the whole time in this video on credit scores. But having a great credit score can truly be an asset as you go to needing loans in the future. Do all these things in your 20s, you'll enter your 30s with a great credit score, meaning that you're a great candidate for any loans that you apply for and getting the very best of terms, aka the lowest interest rates possible. Being smart about your money in your 20s sets you up for a lifetime of financial success. Starting out strong means you don't have to play catch up later. Do these steps in your 20s and you won't have to worry about stressing about money in your 30s or your 40s or beyond. A full 72% of Americans report feeling stressed about money. That doesn't have to be you. Take some good financial steps when you're young and your financial life would be so much easier. So I hope you guys are ready to make these financial steps. If you haven't completed them all and you're still in your 20s, you still have time. Remember, your financial life is a marathon. It is not a sprint. We are continually working on becoming better financially. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. Ring that subscribe bell, hit the like button on your way out. If you're interested in a free stock from Robinhood, I have a link down below. You sign up and they will give you a free stock. I hope you guys have a great day ahead and I will see you soon. Bye.